Hello my friends and welcome back. It's episode 148.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
We're almost done. I think. Bulky device whose machine spirit is continuously weaving a protective force field. This must be what is holding the Xenos at bay. Looking at its unsteady flickering one, it cannot help but wonder how long this barrier will last. What on earth is he up to down here? It's like a small Necron monolith?
I always keep my options open.
Okay. Reality bubbles before you and bursts with an agonizing shriek. A few silhouettes now stand in your way. Three of them seem to have your face, and yet the differences are striking. Each has been marked by other accomplishments and different experiences, making you feel like the protagonist of a tale about a pair of twins separated at birth. Righteous reflection. Emperor, bestow strength upon me to smite yet another obstacle as I carry out your will. My master, change of ways, is this of your making? No, I feel it is not. You are playing tricks on me. You are sending me prey for a great sacrifice. Is there some ironic lesson in what is going on? Should I be looking in the mirror a little less, or perhaps try to look at myself from the outside? Or is this a hint that I am my own worst enemy? I shall ponder this in my memoir. This blatant abuse of the fabric of existence is causing the motes of reality to flare up. You see mirages of the Cronus expanse in their glow, altered past recognition by the decisions you have made, or could have made in some other world. I am Edmund von Valancius the Magnificent. And if I know myself, which most certainly do, you are now pondering what that makes you. The answer is simple. You are my reflection from a less glorious reality, product of the malign influence of the treasure that I seek. Doppelganger makes the sign of the Equivalent. I am the blazing paragon of humanity, unbroken by tribulations, the first to venture into the darkness without fear, the one who unites and brings back that which was forfeited. I am the rogue trader of the God Emperor. Speaking of me, I am the only version of ourselves who chose the path to true power. I serve the Master, the Changer of Ways, avoided chanced upon my reflections in his dreams. Which is why I am the only one without a dumbstruck expression on my face. Welcome to my reality, esteemed guests. To your reality, funny that, reality is malleable like clay. I feed it with the energies of the warp and shape it to match my whims. I am the master of realities, and you are a jumped-up interloper. So, one of my versions chose to serve the arch-enemy. I do not serve, I reign. You grovel, but I dominate and rise even higher. Idira the Insidious. The Master requires a sacrifice, a living sacrifice. Toss them into the warp. Their paths will be unraveled and woven into yours. There's something hilarious about the way you are reveling in your villainy. You won't believe how little I care about what you think. Address the argument. You seem to think you are better than the rest of us, don't you? And yet, I was the only one clever enough to become the master of my own fate and not be reduced to somebody else's plaything or a slave to dogma. Why do you seek to enter the crypt? I came to claim the treasure, whatever it is. Theodora found it, and that makes it mine. Xavier will regret trying to steal from my dynasty. Your doppelganger's slightly accelerated speech, jerky movements, and sweet twinkle in his eyes suggest that his blood is teeming with euphoric stimulants. Become very principled and vengeful where my treasure hoard is concerned. You are a parody of what a rogue trader is supposed to be, quite the epitome of hubris, greed, and brazenness. This is what being a rogue trader is all about. You simply lack the imagination to grasp it. Emperor, what an insufferably smug, arrogant, childishly insolent creature. How can a single rogue trader embody everything they are loathed for? I remember whose name the sacred warrant was granted. I remember whose hand I am ordained to exist. I believe, and my faith is a bright light driving back the darkness. Your faith is cold embers, and when I look at you, I feel ashamed of myself. Did you come here to help Calcazar? The future is not known to me. The Lord Inquisitor did not give me the full details of the Operation Precious Sentinel, but mentioned its importance to the entire Imperium. I have come to lend him my aid, or stop him if he plans to go against the will of the God Emperor. Your doppelganger vigorously chops the air with his hand, and you notice some stiffness in the movement as well as a subtle grimace of pain. As you look close, you realize that lurking under your replica's clothes are chains of penance with jagged hooks digging into his flesh. Such instruments of humility are worn only by the most fervent believers. It filled me on the day that Sister Argenta and I executed Theodora for heresy. I saw all her wickedness and depravity and felt unclean, stained by her blood. So I swore to redeem the name of the dynasty. The Lord Inquisitor from your reality must be pleased with you. By the Exalted One, my fiery-hearted Shireen, our friendship would not have blossomed under the light of every star, it seems. You, the abject grovelling creature who choose to sell out to the arch-enemy instead of atoning for her transgressions under my guidance. Your rotten soul was reborn in its cleansing flame. That's what I'm talking about. How many feats of faith have you accomplished? Not enough. I struck down Caligos Winterscale, a champion of Khorne, in the ruins of Dargonus. Joined forces with the benevolent Ysender Chorda to purge the cult of the Final Door, where they incited a rebellion and used footfall to summon a great demon named the Edge of Daybreak. Unclean spirit is now sealed within the station I have proclaimed forsaken forever. After the purging of Janus, the Xenos of Kudarak and the Cabal of the Reaving Tentis forged a profane alliance against my protectorate. With the noble space wolves, I defeated their combined forces and banished them from the Expanse. It looks like this version of me became a mindless zealot. Vice always masks envy as contempt. The situation has become complicated. We shall fight since your soul's greedy interest in what is hidden in this crypt, and I will not allow you to take possession of this blasphemous thing. I see we are outnumbered compared to you, Doppelganger. I think it would be wise to join forces, topple you first, and then resolve the conflict between those who have survived. I concur. We finish off the one with the biggest retinue first, and then decide who is worthy of the prize. However, I already know who it's going to be. Give you the chance to settle this affair peacefully and avoid self-destruction in every sense of the word. This is not going to work, but I'm going to say it anyway, because we're playing a dogmatic character. Not dogmatic, iconoclastic. A great deed is not accomplished by peacemaking, it's accomplished by spilling blood with a righteous hand.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
I will deliver furious retribution!
That is true. This statement is true. Oops.
Temporary setback.
Why is the glorious reflection doesn't have any allies? Kind of weird.
I'll make it happen.
I could go molten on them.
Taking calculated risk is in my second nature. I'll see to it.
If I put this,
Who, if not me?
if I do the usual thing of empowering Jay,
My gut tells me it's a bad idea. On it.
and then getting her to do finest hour,
Wanna see a trick?
but instead of powering up Argenta, we'll go with me,
It's as good as done.
and I can just molten beam these idiots
Let's make some opportunities.
into the ground. I see it does not reach. What else does this do?
Here's my perfect moment.
Well, that was easy.
I'll see to it personally.
Patience has failed me.
Who, if not me?
Yikes. Alright, let's give the slaying of rest, because otherwise
Am I getting paid for this?
I will tempt chaos. Oh, it's my turn again. Let's go with the minor powers, shall we? Actually, I think I can get this one for free.
I can do that with the right incentive.
Come on, just kill this guy.
Power resides in the will of the righteous. Doubt is for the weak.
Blast him.
I'll do it. My Emperor!
He's like some kind of dodge tank guy.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Man, this weapon is insane.
This tedium is
I'll do
beneath
it.
me.
The glorious reflection. Okay, I don't think any of that is particularly useful. Oh, another improved heavy bolter. She's got Psoriasis power armor. Newest to oldest. Well, the armor is definitely a huge improvement, but I am going to lose that agility and dodge. Taking me from 150 dodge to 105. But taking me up to 85 armor. That'll do. Ha! Get critical velocity just in time for me to decrease my dodge. Area. Sure, why not? It really doesn't matter at this point, does it? Let's be honest. Sure, whatever. I don't know if that works with psi powers. I wish it would clarify. Let's put the auto heal on. Sure. Basically, every time we kill somebody, we get a free attack that doesn't raise the veil meter. I'm not really thinking about this too hard, because I don't think there's much we need to do. I feel like we are very, very, very close to the end of this game. What do we got here? Eruption. Life-draining sword. Man, that does so little damage. The Staff of Shock and Awe. Alright, there's a lot of loot in this room.
Keep your wits about you.
Exit Longlass. Exitus Longlass. That could be a good weapon for Jay, actually. Additional hit chance 50%, dodge reduction 30%. Right, okay. This is a great weapon for like a target that's hard to hit. So this one's more powerful, but this one's got like a solid 40% more chance to hit. So
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
that could be situationally useful. Alright, nothing too exciting there. Oh, the other box is all the way down there. There's apparently a box over here too. While the level ups might not be very exciting, the opportunity to maybe find a really nice weapon is one we don't want to miss. Incandescent Storm. Every attack action with this plasma gun has a separate cooldown. All of this plasma gun's attack actions can be used in a single turn. Wow, that's actually really good. Whereas single attacks gain 10% damage for each negative effect on the target. This is like, this is the box of pleasing Pascal, it would seem.
Let us not dawdle.
That's a really good plasma weapon for Pascal, for sure.
I better myself
even
through my
greater
service.
price.
Boom.
The songs of my ancestors speak of stars long forgotten and worlds long gone.
Ah, I owe you a debt.
Advanced med kit, but it doesn't remove wounds.
I can heal your wounds, not your soul.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
I must thank you. You better hone your skills.
Oh, thank you, Shireen.
Okay, can we remove the...
Take this
precious?
and stay out of my way. Your
won't
technology is
forget
limited,
this.
but I am grateful.
Let's stick the uber spicy grenades on. Because I might as well. She can actually use these. It's only a 30% heal for her because I think she's ranked 2, but it's not bad. Like, it's better than not being able to do anything.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
For some reason, that object is red.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and wait. Just buy your biggest cannon and save the day.
I don't know how you got left behind, but anyway, get your ass down here. This map is very chaotic, and the camera keeps on jumping around everywhere. Whoa. Man, it seems difficult to just find a position where I can actually see what's going on. It's like zooming in and out by itself.
I
Should we
always
check the
have a
other side?
backup plan.
My reckoning will be swift. You interrupted my thoughts.
Let's make a deal.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
I guess I'm still alive.
Alright. Let's get rid of these wounds. Bizarrely, I don't think that
I must.
they
Thank
thought
you.
about you going behind, which is weird because it seemed kind of obvious to me that you would try that. Let's stick some advanced medkits on because I think we're about to head into
Is there money to be made?
another boss fight. I think we're walking into another boss fight here. Maybe. Maybe not. The Inquisitor is waiting. There he is.
I always keep my options open.
Okay, doesn't seem to be any loot. Oh, level up. I see that you did not heed my warnings, Edmund. The decision to come here in spite of them may have consequences, but we still have a chance to turn it to everyone's advantage if your lordship listens to me very carefully. With all due respect to you, Lord Inquisitor, I shall ask you to refrain from any further threats directed toward the blessed rogue trader, lest you face repercussions from me. How courteous of you to warn me, Master Werzian. I shall remember your words. Master Van Calix, I am pleased to see you. How was your journey? See, I knew bringing him along was the right idea. Illuminating, Lord Inquisitor. Hendrix's tone would have frozen anyone else solid, but not Calcazar. What are you doing here? Exactly what my duty dictates. Saving the Imperium, isn't it obvious? Is that what you are here for? What is it? We call it a shard, and yes, if you've noted quite aptly, it's the reason I am here. The construct contains an ancient, or rather, pre-ancient being of cosmic power. They were called the Citan. The entity is currently trying to escape, and I am here to collar it. No one in the world is capable of taming the power of the true Yagnir, the Star Devourers, and if you think even a small and imprisoned part of one of them is going to yield to you, you are mad, monkey. Mad and short-sighted. Of course the Inquisition wants to collar it. How typical. Throne, damn it, even I can see that no good can come from this grok shit crazy plan. What is this Satan shard? What is it doing here? A specimen of an ancient predator race, devourers of pulsars who feasted on star systems. Reality itself bent to their power, but many millennia ago, an ancient Xenos race managed to defeat them and shatter them into pieces, lock them away in prisons like the one you see before you. The Agnir are no mere predators, monkey. They are not just another sentient race. The ancient tales speak of a great war between the Yagir and the Old Ones, and in that war the Yagir found allies to whom they promised unbounded gifts. You have seen them, Elentak. Your species call them the Necrons. The Agnir granted them everything they needed to fight their enemies, but their Lagriesse came at a price. Tricked into a state that was neither life nor death, the Metal Warriors served the Star Devourers for eons. For aeons, not eons. Although I'm not quite sure what the difference between the two words are. Until they finally rebelled and confined their masters to prisons such as this one. Do you wish to be tricked by their power too? Your unsanctioned Xenos has a point, Rogue Trader. Which isn't the same as saying she is right. The Imperium will harness this creature's power and turn it against our enemies. Do you think I stand a chance against such power? Do you mean to say that a human is not capable of such a feat? But I am not just human, I am an instrument of the Emperor's will, one of many, and the Imperium is omnipotent. If I were to fail, another would follow in my footsteps. This is how humanity makes the impossible possible. With the hands of particular people in particular circumstances. Your skepticism is unwarranted. How will taming this creature save the Imperium? Over my years of service, I've come to realize that the main problem humanity faces in this war is the imbalance in power. Our opponents are not races or nations, but incomprehensible monsters. And it is high time we acquired one of our own. My yoke will bind this creature and make it a chained guard serving the Emperor. That is not the full extent of my vision. There are other shards similar to this one scattered across the galaxy. I plan on seeking them out and confining them all inside the yoke. Each conquered monstrosity will bolster our defenses. Seeing as the inhabitants of this place almost killed you, I gather that something went wrong with this plan of yours. Not at all. Operation Precious Sentinel is in its final stages. The increase in Xenos activity is a vexing yet trivial development in the grand scheme of things. They were supposed to guard the device, but they slept through the intrusion. And only the Satan Shard's emanations could make them stir. Theodore's research destabilized the Shard's prison, and my project only made it worse. Whenever particles of the Satan Shard's energy seep out, many curious phenomena occur. The destruction of the crypt, the warped reality. When I tame the monster, I will order it to stop disrupting the laws of the universe. And that brings us to the most interesting part of our conversation. You know my plan, and so now I want to know yours. Will you admit that I am right and join me in this undeniably ambitious act, or will you try and stop me? Because I will be upfront with you. If it is the latter, I will be forced to remove you. But I'm sure you realise that already. That's the second time you have threatened the Lord Captain. Listen to yourself. What you're planning is heresy. Enough, Edmund. It will only be heresy if I lose. If I prevail, it will be a triumphant feat in the name of saving humanity from the horrors of this universe. And I will not lose. Let's do it. Just for this, it's absolutely stupid. And that's why I'm going to do it. Just for a laugh. It's almost certainly going to lead to a bad ending, but why not? I'm sure plenty of other people have made the same choice of bringing him down and destroying this beast, but hey. So be it. Before we begin, I will say this. I'm encouraged by your pragmatism, Edmund. You have surpassed Theodore and my expectations, and I'm grateful to know that I will not determine the fate of humanity alone, but with a dependable ally at my side. The beast's cage has fallen, but the yoke has started the binding process. Most of the entity's power will be restrained by the machine. Whatever is left is still potent enough to kill us all, weaken its physical shell and distract it, and I will control the yoke and try and chain the monster. Nomos! This is it, the place of our origin. It was your strike and your wish to escape your prison that begot us. But it is you, Edmund, who has truly ushered us into this world, so let us meet our abominable precursor together, for it is ready to break free. I need explanations, Roy Trader. What is that? And what is it doing here? We are out of time. Now. It escapes now. There goes the
I
retinue.
see you tremble.
Gaze to the entropy.
Okay, there's two pieces, but they seem to be the same thing. Why has Abelard got an ass load of injuries? This game sometimes. Okay, that's it for now. Join me next time for, I guess, the final battle. I will see you then.